That's right, 42,000 gamer score in a day. Honestly, I played in the late hours of one night into the early morning hours of the next day, so it's really just a span of a couple of hours, I think, if that. For 42,000 gamer score, I have taken up to 16 years prior to starting this, the 16 years that I've been earning achievements, because that's how long they've been around. I've only gotten, at the time, just shy of 500,000 gamer score. And I thought, if I can do that in a day, accidentally, I might add, I accidentally did it. I'll talk about why and how in just a second, but I accidentally did that. And so I thought, I wonder if I could challenge myself, because the challenge and achievements and the gamer score itself and whatever, the landscape of achievement hunting and achievement hunters is completely changed on its head. It's from what it was before to what it is now, totally different. Some say it's for the good, some say it's for the bad. There's a big argument there, or a debate, I guess I should say. And we can talk a little bit about that. I'm not afraid to get into how I feel about those types of things, but I accidentally did this. And so I thought to myself, what if I could get all of my gamer score that I got in the first 16 years of playing and get it again, but in just a single year, and put myself over 1 million gamer score by the end of December 2022, or at least by then. I don't know if I can do this or not. So what I'd like to do is, I think I'm gonna do like a little video series on it. I don't know. I kind of talked about it to people. You know, I don't know how it would go, just to kind of document. I do get so many questions and so many people asking because they see me on the leaderboards and they see there are other friends that aren't me that are doing good also. They see their friends on the leaderboard, so I'm sure they get tons of questions as well about how I might be doing this. Now, some of it is through playing games like Elden Ring, for example. I've gotten 300 and I've got 100 and almost 200 gamer score, I think, in that game, which that's slow going. That's actually not bad compared to the amount of hours that I've had to put into it. But I just kind of wanted to see if I could do this, and we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm going to throw this up on the channel. I might do a little video later discussing my February of what I did to actually earn, but I will touch on that a little bit when we'll talk about that 42,000 gamer score day here in just a minute. But before I get to that, I want to just kind of give a brief history of gamer score, and then we'll just talk about some of the current rules, and then I'll go on trueachievements.com, which is a great website for achievements. If you haven't been to that, trueachievements.com, go there and sign up. You can add me as a friend and see the feed and all your friends. It's really good. It's a great site. If you haven't heard of that yet, that's where I keep track of a lot of these statistics on. Okay, brief history of gamer score and what it used to be versus now. So it used to be that when a game came out, it had 1,000 gamer score, that was it. Xbox Live Arcade games, 200 gamer score, that was it. To the point where some games even released with less than 1,000 gamer score in anticipation that they would add more when they added more content and DLC to the game. So I don't have an example off the top of my head. I know that happened, but also there were other games like Cameo, for example, released with a bunch of gamer score achievements because they wanted to have the achievements pop in the game for achieving like a milestone, like beating a boss or getting to a certain level, but they had already allocated the achievement points out over 1,000 up to that point. And so that's where the debate kind of gets. Now you have a situation where you kind of move on from that, and then DLC starts to allow you to go up to 1250. I think Live Arcade games, or ID at Xbox, as some of you know them now, were still 200. Eventually they went to 400 until the Xbox One release, and then they went to 1,000. Microsoft kind of broke the mold with Halo 3 and allowed that to go over the 1250 cap, and then it became a situation where you could actually have more than 1,000 with DLC, like up to 2,000 gamer score for a while, and then they released, here's Halo again, the Master Chief Collection, which had 5,000 gamer score because it was argued that that was a collection. But then you have games like Disney Afternoon Collection, or the newly announced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, which arguably has more than 5 games or several games, but that's probably only going to have 1,000 gamer score with it. At least it will at launch anyways, because those are the current rules. So you see there's been a lot of change and stuff going on over the years. But in 2020, it seems to be when a couple of publishers, Ratalaika Games, for example, all you achievement hunters know who they are, Zidalon, and a couple of others have become known for the easy achievement games that cost $5. And that's a little bit about what we're going to focus on, because those are the games that I used to get this 42,000 gamer score on accident. Believe me, it was on accident. Like, you'll see why in a second. It'll make a lot more sense. But before we get into that, let's talk about the current rules just really quickly. Okay, so here's just this is the website that has this is what the developers have to abide by in order to have their games on Xbox. So you have minimum achievements of 10 with semi-annual additions of 0. These are the minimum requirements for a total lifetime limit of 10 achievements. Maximum achievements are 100, so you can't have a game with more than 100 achievements in it, at least under these rules. There could be some out there. With a lifetime limit of 500 total achievements. And Gamerscore, it launches with 1,000. Every game launches with 1,000 now. And then the semi-annual additions means once every 6 months, you can add another 1,000 Gamerscore to the game for a lifetime limit of 5,000. So it explains, you can read here what all that means. But a single achievement cannot exceed 200 Gamerscore. So this is what's in here. So this is kind of how these publishers are doing this. They make the game, and if you look at them, like, they adhere directly to these minimums. There's 10 achievements, they're all worth 200, and or I guess they might be worth 100. But anyway, they adhere strictly to those limits. And then here's the kicker. They create an update for the Gamerscore, and that's it. There's no new content. There's nothing else in it at all. They just update the Gamerscore and add 1,000 Gamerscore to the game that you already own. The game that you paid $5 for, probably. And over the course of the next, what would it be, 2.5 years or whatever it is, they're going to update it up to 5,000 I guess 2 years. Up to 5,000 Gamerscore. Now this is where it gets interesting. Titles must provide a way for a user to earn all achievements defined by the base title without being required to purchase additional in-title content. So that means when a game comes out, it has to be worth 1,000, and you have to be able to unlock all 1,000 Gamerscore of that game without buying anything else. Now the next 1,000 could be in paid DLC, as we've seen or we understand or know, but it doesn't have to be. They could just add achievements without even adding anything. Like, they just get a title update and then there's more achievements to get. But they can't provide alternative options to unlock them, so there can't be a real money purchase, in-game cheat codes, console commands, or menu options. So for example, it's against the policy for them to make it so that you can enter a console command, unlock all or something or whatever, and then the 1,000 Gamerscore pops. You actually have to play the game. However, you can have options that make that easier, but you can't necessarily, it has to be through a gameplay or an in-game experience. So then moving on down here, you can see that they have achievements across multiple titles. They can be supported across different platforms, or you can have 2 separate title IDs on 2 separate platforms, which a lot of them, that's what they call in the achievement hunting community a Windows stack, which means you can play it on PC and you can play it on the Xbox console and get 2,000 Gamerscore per game or 10,000 Gamerscore per updated fully games like are coming out right now. They can't modify active achievements, although there have been a publisher, I won't name them, but they got in trouble for doing that, making it like super easy to unlock the achievements that they made really, really difficult prior to this. That happened once. They didn't revert it, I don't think. So people who put hundreds of hours into unlocking these achievements now found their achievements weren't really, you know, again, back to that debate, but their achievements weren't really worth as much as they were personally, because that means somebody else has the same Gamerscore in this game that they do, but that person bought it after the update and it was like, you know, a cheese to get it. Super easy. So they can't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore to my knowledge. There are probably some examples out there. I'm sure a lot of this stuff is going to get filled in the content or in the comments down below, but with that in mind, let's move along. Now, if you come here and look, you'll see this is on True Achievements website. If you look, February 22nd, my total Gamerscore was 38,080 on the 26th of February. But if you look over here on the 27th of February, I also got 4,000, and that's because, like I said before, I played in the overnight. But if you look, 2020, which I brought that up earlier, was when 2,000 Gamerscore days were nothing. Regularly, throughout all of the months in these years, I remember a time when 2,000 Gamerscore was insane. I thought I was going to get in trouble. I unlocked 2,000 Gamerscore one time in a single day. It was unheard of. Now, I accidentally did this. So what do I mean by I accidentally did this? Well, let's take a look. February of 2022, you can see here are the 2 days. I got my 55,000 gamer score in the month of February, and I only did it in 3 days. But that is because of this. If you scroll down through here and you look, you can see there's a lot of double titles because they have Windows stacks. And if you look, most of them aren't worth more, or they're worth more than 1,000. There's a few thousand gamer scores, but most of them are worth, well, I guess now that I've scrolled down there, they're not, but most of them are worth more than 1,000. Up here towards the top, there's 2,000 on these, and they all stack. And so the reason that I accidentally got it is because I owned all of these games already, but they had been updated, and I hadn't played them since they updated. So I thought, I'll go back through and get them. And then when I did, there you go. I didn't realize how much it was going to actually end up being. Explorer of the Night, for example, is worth like 4,000 gamer score. The base game is 1,000, and then there has been 3 title updates. Title update 1, you can see how True Achievements splits these up. And then title update 2 and title update 3. And the title update 3, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 achievements, and it's for passing the 7th level, beat the first enemy, complete the 6th level, beat this section with the accelerated platforms, which is in the 6th level. So like if you just beat these 2 levels, you unlock 1,000 gamer score for that title update. It takes just maybe a couple of minutes. You can see there are almost no guides on here because you don't really need one. You just play it. It's just a platform. It's actually a pretty good game. That's why I showcased this one. So if you're gonna go out and buy games based on this video that you see, Explorer of the Night was okay. It's not terrible. It's interesting. It's okay for $5 and that much gamer score. Not bad. Let me know what you guys think of this down in the comments. It's pretty out there when you start thinking about the changes in the gamer score and how some of these developers have kind of pushed into this territory of towing the line and selling gamer score. Honestly, it feels like it really does. But some of the games are fun. They're not all just mindless popping achievements, although some of them pop so quickly it seems to break because like they can't pop fast enough. Especially if you've already played through a game and then they get a title update that does stuff that you've already completed, and then you start unlocking those achievements just by booting the game up. Let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comments below. We'll start that discussion. I think I'll make a follow-up video in a day or two where I'll actually go over my month of February, which really isn't even the month of February. It's those 4 days that you saw. And we'll break down what games I played, and I'll kind of give you an idea of like what I think about them if you're interested in boosting your gamer score. I'll try to call out I'm gonna play some garbage, but I'll try to call out some good ones that, you know, maybe you do want to give a try to if you like the old school games and platforming or puzzle games and things like that. We'll talk a little bit about that, and maybe I'll do that for each month until we hit the milestone of 1 million, because I am gonna probably try to go for that. I don't really need the skill, it just depends on if I have enough money, I guess. But actually, no, I am gonna probably be playing some harder games. Like I'm addicted to Elden Ring right now, as I know many people are. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments, and if this seems to be interesting to anybody, then maybe I'll keep doing them. If not, I'll just stop it and take it off the front page and just continue to do updates until I figure something out. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I definitely appreciate the support. We're up over 20,000 subscribers. We got 100 and some, almost 200 in the last month. So that's really, really good. Hopefully we can keep that going throughout the year. I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching.